Go ahead and mute us out too.
I will. Okay, everyone. Welcome, guys. We're going to be talking tonight about three-way calls, and it's something that has really helped my business. So I haven't always done three-way calls, I will admit. It's not something that I started out with. I wouldn't say recently, but the past 4 or 5 months have implemented, and they have really changed the course of my business. As far as how I start people out, and also as far as prospects go, to help my ambassadors, and also prospects that I find, it has helped as well. So we're going to start off, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the fundamentals on how a three-way call works, why they're important for your business, who we do a three-way call for, and how we even get somebody on a three-way call. So there's 2 different types of calls that you're going to be doing. So you're going to be doing a three-way call with a prospect and your closest upline. Okay, so it's you, your prospect, and your closest upline ambassador. Okay, and then also we're going to be doing three-way calls with your newest ambassador. Okay, your closest upline, and you. So we're going to do prospects. We're going to go over what you say in a three-way call with a prospect, and then what you say in a three-way call with an ambassador. So the first call we're going to do is with a prospect. And the first thing is, why do we do three-way calls? Why are we implementing these calls? Well, the cool thing about a three-way call with a prospect is it really is like a mini opportunity meeting but it's intimate. So it's you, the prospect, and your upline. So the cool thing is you get to really take a hold of your language skills when you're talking to people. So it really creates confidence in you, and it also creates confidence in your ambassadors. And it's going to be, what we're going to do is we're going to do it to where it's duplicatable. So they also call these pop calls. And so we want to keep them as short and sweet as possible. You don't want to make a three-way call like a 30, 45-minute call. The reason for that is most people do not want to spend time 30 to 45 minutes on the phone. I mean, let's just be honest. We're all busy. We have things to do. We want it to be short and sweet. And you should be able to get all of your information that you have within 15 minutes. Now, training calls are going to be a little bit different, and we're going to go over that in a little bit, but prospect calls should be able to be done in 15 minutes. Now, I'm not perfect, and I'm really trying to get better at making my prospect calls shorter. So we're going to go over how to do that. I want you to have a pen and paper out, because I want you to be able to write these things down that I give you, because I want you to start implementing three-way calls pretty much right away in your business, because it will change your business. So how do you get prospects on a three-way call? How do we do that? The number one thing is you have to be bold. You have to tell them, listen, I really want you to be a part of this business. I know it can change your life. Whatever their story is, you know their story. And I really want you to meet my upline, whoever your upline is. Let's just say it's me. I'm just going to use myself. I really want you to meet Laura. She is a stay-at-home mom. She used to work, but she's been able to stay at home with Plexus. She does what you're going to do too is you're going to find something that's in common with me and that person. Normally there's something. I have kids. I do a Bible study during the week. I love Jesus. That's a good one. Anything that you can find that's relatable or that's the same that I have in common with them. So it's really cool to connect us already. And just say, I really want you to meet her. You know, she's got a passion for the business. She really is very knowledgeable, and I just want you to get to know her. And so that's how you get people on the call. Now, it's something that you really kind of have to follow up with people. So if they say no at first, just say, I know, okay, maybe not, now is not the good time, but what can we set up? What time can we set up that is best for you? after you put the kids to bed, can we plan a call at 8:15, 8:30 when after the kids are to bed, and it's only going to last about 15 minutes. So you really want to create that urgency with them too. Like, what night is best for you? Is it a Wednesday night, Thursday night? And so you're going to have a calendar of your three-way calls, and you're just going to mark them down. Say, I want to pencil you in for 8:30 on Wednesday night. Will that work for you? And they're either going to say yes or no. But if they say no, just keep, like, every 2 or 3 days, just keep saying, I know Wednesday night didn't work for you. Is there any way we could do maybe a Monday night, or maybe something during the day? Maybe they don't work, and something that, that you plan. So I've done, during the day calls, I've done at night calls, I've done late calls. So anything that works for their schedule, make it work, for you too. And then hopefully with your upline, they're able to be flexible with that. That is one of the hardest things too, is the flexibility of the upline. Just has to be very flexible. I've had people ask me to do a call on a Friday night. I really like to spend time with my husband on Friday night. It's kind of our date nights, but I've really had to sacrifice for my business. And so it's something that you really you have to look, and you have to say, it's worth it if I can just talk to this person for 15 minutes and get them interested in the business. So, okay. So I already said, who do you have on the three-way call? Who is it that we're going to have on this call? So it's your prospect, it's your immediate upline. Okay. So if it's me, in particular, and I have a prospect, it's going to be me, Melissa, who's my level, who's my upline, my direct upline in that prospect. Okay. So it's me, my upline, and Melissa, and we're all three on the call. Okay, so those are the people, those are who we're going to have on the call. So once you've gotten them on the call, you are going to, so if it's me and Melissa, and let's say it's Sarah, let's just make up a name. It's me, my prospect, Sarah, and Melissa. I am going to introduce Sarah to Melissa. And I'm going to say, Sarah, this is Melissa, my direct upline. She's amazing. She knows Plexus in and out. She was a teacher before, just like you. Let's say Sarah is a teacher. She was a teacher just like you. She's been able through Plexus to stay at home. And I just want Melissa to pour into you and tell you her story. And then I'm going to introduce Melissa, of course, to the prospect. And I'm also going to say a little bit about Sarah to Melissa too. So I love three-way calls because they're very intimate and they're very personal and very fun. Like, make it fun. Hey, Sarah, this is Melissa. Y'all have so much in common. Y'all both teachers. Melissa was a teacher. And just make it really fun, and just do everything you can to just make it exciting too. That's what I really try to do on the three-way calls, is just make it fun, exciting, make them feel comfortable, be very genuine when you're speaking. And because the thing is, they don't want to be on a sales call. This is not a 15-minute sales call. This is a 15-minute get to know somebody. We are telling them all about how this business is going to change their life. So just make it fun and inviting and genuine. So I like to, when I get on a prospect call and I am, let's say that I am the upline that is talking. So I want to get to know the prospect. So I'm going to ask the prospect questions. I'm going to be like, hey, it's so nice to get to know you. I'm Laura, and I'm just going to be telling you my quick story tonight. But I'd like to know a little bit more about you, Sarah. Tell me a little bit about your family. How'd you get to know, whoever else is on the call with you? How'd you get to know her? I'd love to know a little bit. So they're going to tell you a little bit about them. And when they do that, when they're talking about themselves, what I want you to do is I want you to be writing key things down. Let's say she says, I have a 1 and 3-year-old. I have a 1 and 3-year-old at home. I do have to work part-time just to make ends meet. I'm working part-time, whatever she says she's doing as a secretary, 4 days a week. But my heart is to be able to stay home with my 1 and 3-year-old. So let's say she says that she works part-time. My husband has been struggling at work. I mean, whatever she says, and just the key things that she says, I want you to write those key things down that she's saying. Just write them in a little notebook. And just honestly, we want to keep it to 15 minutes, but if she's pouring her heart out into you, I want you to let her keep talking. And the cool thing about what you're going to do, what you're doing is you're writing these key things down. And you're going to go back to what she says. You're going to be an active listener. And that's what that means, is when you're writing things down that she's saying, that means you're really listening to her. And people love that. People love it when you make it very personal about them. because it is. This call is all about the prospect and prospecting them into the business. So you want to do everything you can to learn about this person. Let's say that she's mentioning to you about her health. Yeah, she was mentioning to me about how the plexus has really helped, lose weight and have sustained energy. I am struggling with my energy. I have fatigue during the day. I'm barely able, I can't play with my kids. I'm always wanting to take a nap. And you're writing this stuff down. She's tired. She wants something to give her energy. She wants to lose some weight. You're writing all this stuff down, okay? Because you're going to go back to it. Okay, well, I cannot wait to tell you how plexus has changed my life. And what you're going to do is whatever she said, that's how you're going to tell your story, okay? So if she's talking, if the prospect is talking and she's talking a little bit more about the products, like she's talking about how, she's fatigued and she's, she wants to get healthy and all this. And if she's targeting that, I want you to go towards the product first. And I want you to say, plexus has changed my life. When I first started the product, I thought it was just a weight loss product. And it has transformed my life. The pink drink has given me sustained energy where I don't need those naps during the day. I've been able, with the help of plexus, to lose 13 pounds and 16 inches. So if she started with that, I want you to start with that, okay? But if she's talking more, and I always, always, always want you to talk about the opportunity, whether she said anything about the opportunity or not. But start with the products and tell her a little bit about how the products have changed your life. And what I want you to do when you're talking about the opportunity, I want you to write this down right now, is I want you to mention in your story. So you're going to have a story, okay? And it's going to be a quick story. It's going to be like a 3-minute story, okay? We always say to have your elevator speech. It's a little bit more than an elevator speech, but I want you to break it down. I want you to make it about 3 minutes long, 2 to 3 minutes. And what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself in your story, I want you to answer 4 things, okay? What you do or what you did if you're retired from it, if you don't do it anymore, okay? What you loved about what you did or what you do, and then what you didn't like about it. They say hated. I don't like that word. What you didn't like about what you did or what you do, and then how plexus has changed it, okay? So let me say those again. What you do or what you did, what you loved about it, what you disliked about it, okay? And then how plexus has changed it. So I'm going to give you guys an example really quick, okay? So you're going to tell your story just like what I broke down, short and sweet. So what I did, I used to work at a bridal shop part-time, okay? I loved helping brides, okay? I just loved it. I loved watching their face light up when they found that dress. It was like my passion. I loved it. I loved working with women. I had a heart for, other women. I loved encouraging other women, other consultants, and what they did. And I just loved it. I loved the environment. It was happy. It was fun. It was relaxed. And I loved it. What I didn't enjoy about what I did was I worked every Saturday for 13 years when I was in the bridal industry. I didn't get Saturdays off for weddings, birthday parties, my kids' sports. I didn't get that freedom. And that's what I didn't enjoy about it. And when I worked part-time, I just didn't enjoy the hours that job brought. As much as I loved, the brides and their excitement, I just didn't like the hours, and I didn't like working every Saturday. So when I found plexus, what that changed for me was that gave me the time freedom that I needed to not have to do that anymore. And so I just tell my story a little bit into it. Plexus has given me the time freedom I have always desired, while providing me with a 6-figure income. I was making enough maybe at the bridal shop to pay a car payment. I wasn't making enough money, even though I enjoyed it so much. I was putting in those hours, especially on Saturdays, but I wasn't making the income. And then I just kind of go into what plexus has done for me. I would never, ever have been able to work as many hours in the bridal shop to meet what plexus has done for me, done for us as a family financially. We were drowning in debt, even at the bridal shop, and I was looking for a way to help out financially, and the bridal shop just wasn't bringing me that. And so Plexus has provided us that. And we are now a debt-free family. After drowning in debt for so many years, we're debt-free. And Plexus has provided me time freedom and then a chance to completely just change our financial future. And now we're saving for the future, and we could not be happier. And then after I tell my story, that's a little bit of my story. You're going to have your own story, okay? You're going to tweak it, and you're going to have your own little 3-minute story. But then after you tell your story, you're going to ask more. She's going to talk probably a little bit about, oh, that's amazing. That's so cool. I would love, to be able to do something like that from home. And then you're going to kind of, go off that. And then you're going to say something like, whatever she said at the beginning, how do you think Plexus could help your family? Do you think Plexus could help your family? And then of course she's going to answer, and everybody that I asked this to, of course, says yes, absolutely. Whether it's something small. I do like to get back to the beginning of my journey and how Plexus provided that. Because when you look at my journey now, I like to go back to the beginning because they're going to be starting at the beginning. So you want to go back to your beginning and how Plexus provided in the very beginning for us as a family. I was able to right away make money right away just by sharing this amazing opportunity with people and just being able to pour out into people. And I also I tell my story of how I just shared it with people, and I was able to sell enough to make enough to pay our car payment, or both of our car payments. And so just that little bit will really spur something in their mind that maybe they do need. Maybe it's just a cart of groceries that they're struggling to pay for every month, and Plexus can provide that for them. So you really have to listen to the prospect. It's all about listening, because once you're listening to them and their needs, then you can target the conversation towards them. So I know that, your friend, whoever it is that invited you on the call, I haven't come up. I know it's Sarah and then me, and let's just say Heather. I know Heather invited you on the call. Heather is such an amazing person, and I know that she can give you all the information that you need. And I cannot wait for you to start your Plexus journey. That's another thing when you're talking to a prospect and you're doing a 3-way call, is you're going to use assuming words. Okay. So what an assuming thing is, you're going to say something like, I'm so excited for you to see your website. Our website is amazing. It has every tool that you need to invite people in to purchase our products, or, join in this amazing opportunity. So you're already in your mind, she's already signed up. So you're going to use words like, I can't wait for you to see your new website. I can't wait for you to start your Plexus journey, and so you're just assuming in your mind that she has already signed up for the business. And it's something that takes boldness because you don't want to question it. You don't want to be like, well, I hope you enjoyed the call, and I hope that you sign up, and I hope that you enjoyed, our talk, and I really hope that it helps your family. Well, no, it's going to help her family. You already know that. So you want to use assuming words. She's going to sign up. This is going to bless your family beyond belief. And so it takes boldness, but you want to already assume that prospect, after listening to you, is going to join the team or is going to purchase the products, whether they're on to be a preferred customer. Most of these prospects that you're going to get on a call, they want to hear about the opportunity, because we have hope, y'all. We have an opportunity that is bringing hope to so many people. And just like Melissa says in all of her meetings, people are desperate for this opportunity, something that we have that can provide them financial freedom. So always, you definitely want to talk about the products if that's something that they're geared towards, but you always want to bring up the opportunity, because you never want to discount that for people. You never want to just assume that they don't want to hear about the opportunity, because everybody needs to hear about this opportunity. We never, ever, everybody needs to hear about it. So that's it on the prospect call. I always tell people to, God has done amazing things through this opportunity and these products. I always recommend people praying about it. It's something that God has really put on my heart. And always too, I forgot to say this at the beginning, but you want to pray before each call, okay? Because you want to pray that, God will give you wisdom to know what to say to this person, give you the exact right words, and give you a listening ear. So that you can hear everything that this person needs, and that, Plexus will provide for them. So always pray before the call. Is super important. I'll always do that for sure. So that's it for the prospect calls. I'm going to open it up. Do y'all want to ask questions now, or do y'all want to wait till the end? Hold on. Somebody has a question. Yes. Starting with prayer. Yes, ma'am. Always, always, always start with prayer. God will guide you too. Like, y'all, three-way calls were not comfortable for me at first. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to say. But once you pray about it and he gives you that peace, it's always the same. I mean, he just gives you that calmness. You know exactly what to say. It's very comfortable. It's honestly like talking, one-on-one to somebody, meeting somebody in a coffee shop. So it's no different. Just make it very genuine, very natural, and, it'll go great. I know it will. So the next thing we're going to talk about is a three-way training call. This is completely different than when you get on a three-way call with a prospect. So this is all about training a new ambassador. And what we recommend is that you get your new ambassador on a three-way call with your direct upline within 24 to 48 hours of them signing up. Okay. Now, I know, and I'm the same way, it doesn't always work that way. We haven't done this in the past. It's something that's pretty new. I mean, even to me, I get my girls that I sign up on a training, I train them, but it's not something I bring Melissa. Melissa's never done a three-way call with me. So it is something that's new. Now, for me, as long as I've been in the business for 2.5 years, I can get on a call with somebody and train them. But it's really good for a new ambassador that really doesn't have the skills to bring in that either sideline or that upline ambassador that knows a little bit more, maybe if the person has product questions or, compensation plan questions or anything like that. So it's good to get that upline on the call if it's somebody that's pretty new into the business. So, okay, so three-way training calls. So we're going to find out on the call. So it's going to be you. I want to be clear of who these people are. So it's going to be you, your direct upline, and your brand new ambassador. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out this ambassador's vision of Plexus. Like, what is your vision? What do you want with Plexus? And so they're going to kind of talk to you, and it's all about talking. It's all about active listening. So they're going to tell you, I joined Plexus because I want the financial freedom. I've seen it on Facebook and how, one person said they were able to pay their car payment. One person said they were able to do this. I want the financial freedom. I'm working a 40-hour week job, and I would love to be able to quit my job. So if they start out with that, I mean, you're going to go bam. I mean, you're going to be like, okay, let's set our goals. Let's go here. If they come to you and they're like, well, I mean, I just joined kind of just to get my products at a discount and possibly get them paid for. So you're going to take that call a little slower. You're not going to take it as fast, but you're still going to implement those goals because you want to help. You definitely want to help everybody in the call. Like, you want to get their goals down right away. And so everybody has the potential to make great money at the beginning in this. Even if they don't think that they can, it's your job as an upline and your job as an ambassador to show them how they can start quick and how they can make money right away. Okay, so that's what we're going to assume. We're going to assume that they're in and they want to make money right away. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So they want to be a diamond ambassador. Okay, so that's what we're going to assume. Why not, right? So what you're going to do is basically, it's like a training. Okay. So it's like you're getting on a Zoom and you're doing a training, but you're doing it in a call instead. So you're going to say, hey, listen, let's say this girl's name's Sarah too. I don't know. Sarah, I'm just using your name tonight. I just love your name. So Sarah, I want to get you started off so amazing in your business. I want you to make money right away. And I want them to hear the excitement in your voice. Okay. The first thing I did when I started my business was I made my list of 100 people. Okay. And I don't want that to be overwhelming to you. I just want you to think of every single person that you know, and you're going to have your little Franks in front of you. I want you to think of friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, anybody that you can think of. I want you to think of, and I want you to write those people down. Okay. Doesn't have to be like 3 hours of writing names down. Okay. Just go through your Facebook list, find people. I have people from, out of town, Brad's second, third cousins that I have on my list still. So tell them, I want you to make your list, write them down, and just right away, just make that list. And then I want you to highlight your top 20. They always want to highlight those top 20 dream teamers, and then highlight those people. And then I want you, in order to make money right away, I want you to find 3 people. Okay, Sarah, I want you to find 3 people to do this journey with you. Okay, whether it's your mom, it's your sister, it's your cousin, it's whoever. I want you to reach out to these 3 people right away. And I want you to just tell them about, what you know already. And so just tell them, find your 3 right away. That's how you can you're going to make $100 if you can find 3 people to do this journey with you. And some people that will click. Some people are like, oh gosh, I can make $100 bonus right away. And that's and I just tell them right off the bat, that's just your first goal is to find 3 people, and that's $100. And it's you going silver, and that's what it's all about. Okay. And then I also want you to, I know that you've already started. Let's say that Sarah's been on the product for a little bit. She started out as a customer. And I know you've been on the products for a month or 2, Sarah, and I know you're feeling amazing. Don't wait to share these products with people. I know you just signed up as an ambassador. I want you to tell people how these products have made you feel. Whether it's less fatigue, better energy, better sleep, you've lost a few inches, even a couple inches, in a month is huge, for people. And I want you to share right away. You have a Facebook page, you have an audience. Let's say they have 300 friends on Facebook. That's how many I started out with. You have an audience of 300 people. You can reach out to 300 people right away just by making one post of how it's helped you. Okay. Where else can we reach out to 300 people at once? So I want you to make that first Facebook post, and I want you to say how it's helped you. One thing that really helped me when I first started was I took a picture of myself with my pink drink, and I just said, I feel amazing. It's done this, 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 and this. And I just want you to list out, what Plexus has done for you. And I want you to look excited and look awesome in the picture. And that one picture, and I always share this with all my ambassadors when I get them on a training call, that one post of me posting a picture of drinking my pink drink, I think got me about 50 comments and like 150 likes. And for back then, that was a lot because I only had like 350 friends. So right now, that could happen because I have more friends, but back then it was a big deal because I didn't have that many friends. But just to get that many, and I got so many private messages from that one post. So if you can just tell them, if you can create excitement right away in people and just tell them how excited you are to be on these products and what they've already done for you, your business will explode. Just tell them that your business will take off. Just make sure you have that boldness and that excitement and that confidence in that call. That's what it takes. They want to hear the confidence in your voice. And that's what I love about a 3-way training call, is that you get to tell your story and you get to tell them how you've been successful, and they get to hear the excitement in your voice. There's nothing like hearing belief and excitement in somebody's voice. So I don't want you to do a 3-way call and be like, yeah, Plexus has really helped me. I've lost 12 pounds and, it's really helped me with my health. And no, I want you to change it. I want you to smile when you talk. I want you to be excited. I want you to be like, Plexus is amazing. It has helped me do this. And I want you to project that excitement to them, because if you're not excited, they can't be excited. And excitement is contagious with people. When they get off of that training call with you, I want them within 30 seconds to a minute to go post on Facebook. that's how excited I want them to be with their first post. And so you're always going to want to create excitement in your call. Let's see, Facebook posting, super, super, super important. Preferred customers. So you're going to want to talk to them a little bit about how they add customers to their, you're going to talk to them about preferred customers and why it's important to start your customers off as preferred customers. You can go into, so training calls are however you want to do them. It's going to be really cool because you are going to take the training call and you are going to have them ask the questions. So let's say they have product questions for you. Let's say that they have, that's why it's important to have an upline that knows a little bit more on the call, in case they do have those important questions. And listen, if you don't know something about the product or about the compensation plan or something they ask, say, you know what, I don't know that yet, but I'd love to get that answer for you. I can get that answer for you so quick. I'll ask my immediate upline, or I ask, whoever. So if you're doing the three-way call and you're the upline on the call and you don't know an answer, you can get that answer for them very quickly. We have the team page that can provide you for, with an answer very quick. So don't feel like you have to know everything to do a three-way call, because really all you need to have is the passion. All you need to have is just a little bit of training of what I'm telling you. And then everything else will fall into place. So they are going to probably have product, questions for you and things like that. But, enough to where, you can answer most of the questions. And then as far as, compensation and stuff and questions about that goes, you definitely need to, if you're on here tonight and we're doing a three-way call and you're nervous about doing a three-way call because you feel like you don't know enough, go study the compensation plan a little bit more. Go study the products a little bit more. Get as knowledgeable as you can and build that belief in yourself before you do a three-way call. But, when I did my first three-way call, I didn't go in expecting much, but it just became it was very natural, and it was very fun. And we had a really good time. And I know with Heather, I don't know if Heather's on tonight or not. Heather King. No, I don't think she is. Okay, so Heather's not on here tonight, but I started three-way calls with Heather. Just reached out to me a few, probably about 3 or 4 months ago and just said, hey, I think she was a silver ambassador at the time. And she's like, hey, I really want to get my business up and running. I don't know, how to do it. I don't know, what to do with these prospects. They're really wanting to know about the business, but I don't know, how to, talk to them and stuff like that. I said, let's get them on a three-way call. So that's when we started our three-way calls. And I was like, great. I just offered to do a three-way call. I've never done one before. But I was able to do it. I got her on a call. And then, Heather has gone from a silver ambassador to senior gold ambassador within 4 months. So it definitely has paid off for her and her business. And I will say that they are very, very beneficial. And I know that Sarah Taylor does them a lot with her team, and it really is critical to get those three-way calls in within the first 24 to 48 hours that they start the business, because you want to if you can get your ambassadors, your level 1s or level 2s or whoever you have on the call to jump in the business right away and make that money pretty much right off the bat, they're not going to quit this business. They're going to continue. And the cool thing is when you do a three-way call with them and you hit the nail on the head and you're doing their vision and you're doing their goal setting and telling them how they can make money right away, they're going to go and they're going to duplicate exactly what you did. And so we want to make these calls very duplicatable and very simple. And the training calls too, like most of my training calls are about 30 minutes. It really depends on them. Like if they're asking a bunch of questions, then it really, then it's going to be longer, so it really depends on them. You can get them knocked out in 30 minutes, but if they're asking a bunch of questions, it might last 45 minutes. It could last an hour. It just depends. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully, it can last within the 30 minutes. Hopefully it can last 20 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if you can do a training call in 20 minutes. It depends on what you're going over, but you definitely want them to be as successful as possible right off the bat. And these three-way training calls can really do that. So I'm going to open it up to questions really quick. If you guys have any questions about a three-way call, how they work, or anything like that. Just unmute. If you have a question, just unmute yourself or use the chat. Nobody has questions? Y'all are all ready to implement three-way calls, right?
I have a question. This is Marilyn.
Okay, Marilyn. Okay.
So should we have like kind of a call tree or something like what if your upline's not available, like the next person in line, or have a couple of different people you can call, because sometimes our schedules don't always coordinate.
Yes.
And we've got to be able to get, like I have to go sit in my car at work or wait for my lunch hour to and from work or after work. So kind of, plan ahead of time. Hey, who you might be calling or who's on your list.
Yes.
I don't want to have somebody on the call. I mean, you have to kind of plan, but
absolutely
spontaneous as well.
Absolutely. That's a great question. So obviously Melanie is your direct upline, your daughter, right? And if Melanie isn't available, I mean, you reach out to the next available. I mean, I'm your next, I think. Yeah, that's right. So if Melanie's not available, I mean, I've got a team of so many people now, and I'm doing three-way calls with so many people. But if I'm not available, and also they talk about if Melanie's not available, then of course come to me. And if I'm not available, they also talk about doing three-way calls with sidelines. We haven't really talked about that yet, but I have a ton of sidelines to do a three-way call for me. So it's really who's ever available. And then I'm going to start making a calendar for three-way calls. So I'm actually going to post it. I think I'm going to do this fairly soon. I'm post it on the team page and just have a calendar. Hey, listen, I'm available on these time slots. And then we can kind of fill in, three-way calls with, the time slots. I think that's a really good idea to have a calendar set up to where you can do three-way calls, in the certain time frames.
Well, sometimes you can do that, but sometimes it's kind of spontaneous too, so you just have to take a chance.
I've done spontaneous three-way calls, and they're actually really good. Like, they're probably my favorite. I had Danielle, and I don't think Danielle's on here either. I had my girl in Georgia. She's actually Dawn. Dawn just asked me if Brad is her direct upline. Absolutely not, Dawn. I will be doing three-way calls. If you got Brad on a three-way call, he would be like a deer in headlights. So, yes. I will be doing the three-way call, Dawn. So that was very funny. I was laughing when she posted that. So like Danielle called me one day and she goes, Laura, I have a customer that has a question about so-and-so and I was like, okay, and she's like, I think she's thinking about joining the team, but I don't know. And then she called while we were on the phone. And so Danielle was like, that's her right now. Can I have her join in the call? I was like, yeah, of course. So we talked, for a good 20, 25 minutes, and I think she ended up joining the team. So that was really cool. I love spontaneous calls because you don't have to schedule it, and it's something that you can just do off the bat. So that's really fun. I love it. Any other questions?
Well, you have a list on our sideline. Do we just need to figure out who that person would be? Because you have
sidelines. Yeah, I have a bunch of different sidelines, and I'm one of those people I don't like to bother. I'm one of those people I don't like to bother people, and that's probably why Melissa's never done a three-way call with me. Because, well, for one thing, I feel equipped to where I can do the calls all by myself. But I've got Jamie Mays is one of my sidelines. I've got a ton of sidelines. And so they, I don't know, I've never asked them to do a three-way call with me, but I know that she probably would be willing to. You just have to figure out who your sideline is. It could be somebody on our team that's not directly under you, that might be able to do a call for you, or, whoever. But yeah, whoever, you want somebody that, has been in the business for probably longer than, a month or two, that knows a little bit more about the products and the compensation plan as far as doing a training three-way call, but yeah, kind of figure out who your sidelines are. And like I said, Marilyn, and if Melanie's not available, if she's busy, come to me.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Hey, Laura, it's Melanie. I was just thinking maybe we could touch just briefly on the Blitz Day, because some people might be on tonight that don't even know what that is, or maybe to see if maybe we can get some more host homes, if anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to stop the recording because I don't think we need to record on that. I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
stop.